Hey everyone, it's the end of the month. Seriously, when did September happen? Because it's already the end of the month and people are doing their wrap-ups and book haul videos, and it just blew right by. You have to forgive me, I'm sounding a little bit nasally because I have had a cold for the last couple days and I'm getting over it. It's just lingering. So today I am doing a book haul slash it'll be my wrap up, sort of, because I have not finished a single book this month. Not one. But this does not mean I'm not going to finish a book. There's still a couple days left and I'm pretty sure I'm going to finish a book before then. And it's part of my haul and I will get to it soon. I did a huge book outlet and book depository unboxing at the beginning of the month. You can click the eye, I think it's here. You can click on the eye to see that video. I'm not going to include those books into this haul because I did that already, but technically they belong in September's book haul, but I did it already. Today I'm going to be featuring books from Book Outlet, some more, Book Depository, some more, and Chapters, because I went to Chapters because I had some gift cards. First up is Book Depository. I am still waiting for one book, but it's okay. It's just Pride and Prejudice. It's coming. The first book is Jane Eyre by, is it Charlotte? Yes, it's Charlotte Bronte. I almost said Emily and I was a horrible, horrible person. This is a vintage classic edition of the book and I absolutely love this cover. It is the depiction of the Red Room, which is just brilliant. I wouldn't have thought to depict that for a cover for this book because there's so much more to this book than just the Red Room. But I thought it was very pretty and I had to have it. I really love the vintage classic books that they have on Book Depository that you can get. I don't know where you actually get them in the world, whether these are okay, these are UK/Canada. I can tell from the pricing on the back. So, you know, I love this. To continue that, I also got Bram Stoker's Dracula. I really want to read this. I've never read Dracula. I love vampires, but I've never read Dracula. I've seen the movie. But once again, I love this cover. It's not dark, which is weird because you think Dracula's a dark story, but I love the little blood drops. It's just, even though it kind of looks like paint, but we're gonna pretend it's blood because it's supposed to be blood. Like I said, I also have a vintage classic copy of Pride and Prejudice coming in the mail. I will put that picture right here. This is what it looks like. I can't wait to read it because I really want to read it again. I've also bought 4 more books from Book Outlet. I really love shopping at Book Outlet because it just, you save so much money on books. So much money. And it's hard to not say no. But you find so many more different books than you would think. This first one is called A Short History of Women by Kate Walbert. I love the author's last name because it's one letter off from my name. It's just weird. Besides the point, but this is a book, it's a generations book. It's a story of several women of several generations in the same family. So it goes from like the 1914s to early 21st century, and it follows these women as they make their life choices and how those choices progress through the future generations. Next we have Molokai II by Alan Brennert, and this is a story of a little girl who's 7 and she lives in Hawaii and she has dreams of sailing the seas with her father, but she ends up developing leprosy and is sent to live in a leprosy colony in Hawaii. This is another one of those family type stories. I found out about this from Sam from Thoughts on Tomes. She really liked this and so I'm giving it a go because I really like historical fiction and this sounds like right up my alley with my anthropology background. Next we have The Painted Bridge. Yes, The Painted Bridge by Wendy Wallace, and this is about a woman who is sent to an asylum and she thinks she's sane and she's been tricked by her husband to go to this asylum, and it deals with all of that. It takes place in the mid 1800s, so that's to give you a reference of time of when this happens. And I think and yeah, it's in England and it's in the outskirts of London. So this deals with a lot about sanity, and you know, it's probably going to be mind games and stuff. I will see when I read it. Next we have How to Be a Good Wife by Emma Chapman. And this is about a man and a woman who are married, and they've been married for a long, long time. They've had a happy life, and a lot of it says something about Marta, the main character. Her mother-in-law has given her a book on her wedding day called How to Be a Good Wife, and so she's taken that to heart. But then there's this mysterious blonde girl, and she starts doubting things. So I thought it was very interesting to check out to see what it's about. Next we have all these books from Chapters, because I had gift cards from a rewards program at work, and so I finally got those in and I went shopping. First we have The Diviners by Libba Bray. It takes place in the 1920s, and the main character Evie is, I guess, slightly psychic, or is a diviner, and so there's mystery and she helps the police, I think, happen. But yeah, I'm really liking like supernatural things, so psychics is like right up my alley, I guess. I don't know, but I've heard about this book before on BookTube, so I thought I'd give it a go. Next we have The Strange and Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender by Leslie Walton, and this is about a girl who's lived her life secluded because she was born with the wings of a bird. I think this is, if I remember correctly, this is another book that deals with like generational things, like dealing with family. So I guess I'm into that right now because this sounded very appealing. I finally got my hands on the paperback book. A lot of books, when I go to the bookstore, I will wait until the paperback edition comes out because I honestly prefer paperback over hardback. I'm weird like that. So this is finally out. I love it. This cover is so pretty. It's shiny and I just love the feel of it. Next we have Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Rosh, I want to say her last name is. I'm not exactly sure on how to pronounce her last name, but I've heard of this book around the BookTube community like once again, and this is about a woman who's a warrior and she fights with the chakram, and I loved Xena growing up, so hello chakram, I'm gonna read this. But I've heard this is a really good book and there's a sequel coming out, so I look forward to reading it. Next we have Queen of the Tearling by Erica Johansson, and I've been wanting to get my hands on this. This is about a girl who takes her kingdom into, she gets into power once she becomes of age, and she deals with all of that. I've been wanting to get my hands on this. Last time I went to Chapters, they said they had it, but we couldn't find it anywhere, so I finally got my hands on it. It's a nice flappy book. I really love that. So I was glad to get my hands on it. Next we have The Coldest Girl in Coldtown by Holly Black. It's a vampire story, and I really hope this doesn't disappoint me because it sounds a lot like just like a virus, and I like real vampire stories. I'm not really into like vampiric like viruses, so we'll see how it goes. I'm hoping I like it. Again, it's one of those books I've seen around BookTube and I've really wanted to get my hands on, and I finally did. This last book is also going to double as my wrap up because even though I haven't finished it, I'm pretty sure I'm going to because like I read 100 pages this morning when I woke up, so. And that is The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. This I am reading as part of the Random Readalongs. It's a random read along where it doesn't go every month, but it goes some months, and you know, there's a book and then there's a live show. The Random Readalongs is created by Sam from Thoughts and Tones, Kristen from Cap89X, and Sarah Jane from The Book Life. I really love those three girls. I love watching all their videos, and so I'm really happy to be a part of this book club. I really love the books that they pick, even though the last one was kind of a miss, but it was a miss for all of us, so we were all in misery together. But they've really liked this book so far, and I'm really liking this book so far. I can't give you a rating on it yet because I haven't finished. I'm only like 40% of the way in, but I probably will read it, like the rest of it, by tomorrow. So by the time this video's gone up, I would have finished it. And I think it's kind of gotten me out of my reading slump because I've been in a reading slump all month. I've started books trying to read, and like I started the Mistborn trilogy, and that was really good, except I wasn't really feeling it. Tried reading Gone Girl, wasn't really feeling it. So this book, finally, I'm like, where have you been? Because I'm really feeling it. Alright, so that is my book haul. It's a lot of books, but I have some good news. I'm finally on a book ban. I put my foot down. In here, it feels right to finally put myself on a book ban, and I feel like I don't need any more books. I have plenty of books that I have not read yet, so I feel it's time to not buy any more books, at least for the rest of the year. I can't guarantee that for January because January is my birthday and I will want to buy myself some books then. Just, cause I usually buy myself a little treat. I give myself a present. That's what I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!